Dear students, welcome to ISE. Today's our discussion SSC CHL 18th March 2020 Shift 1 Quantitative Aptitude Explanation. Here they given bar graph. The following graph shows the data of the number of candidates that appeared to the qualified competitive exam from the 5 colleges A, B, C, D, E. Here they given appeared candidates, qualified candidates. So first question here. The difference between the percentage of students that qualified from the college B and D. So B, how much percent qualified? 420 by 560. 420 by 560. 420 by 560. So 420 is what percentage on 560? 420 qualified out of 560. So 420 is how much percentage? 420 is how much percentage? If you observe carefully here, so here the difference between 420 and 560 is 140. The difference between 420 and 560 is 140. That 140 is how much percent on 560? 140 by 560, 1 by 4. 142 times 280, 282 times 560. 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is nothing but 25 percentage. 25% less is nothing but this will be equivalent to what? 75 percentage. Otherwise, these two goes 140 table. 143 times, 144 times. 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is nothing but 75 percentage. 14 3s are 14 4s are. All of it clear? Very good. Now coming to D. D vision kosarki. So here 432 qualified out of 480. Out of 480. 432 qualified out of 480. See the difference between 480 and 432. Exactly 48. See the difference between 432 and 480. Exactly 48 difference. That 48 is how much percent on 480? 10 percentage. For 100%, 10% less. For 100%, 10% less is nothing but that should be equivalent to what? 90 percentage. So here it is 75 percentage. Here it is 90 percentage. They are asking difference. Difference is what? 15 percentage. Difference is what? 15 percentage. Option B is the right answer. So second table D. Here they given pie chart. So here they given information percentage of students enrolled in the colleges A, B, C, D, E. So A, B, C, D, E, F in a city, and the table shows this is table shows the ratio of boys to girls in the college. So this pie chart indicates the percentage of students enrolled, the students enrolled. So out of enrolled, these are what? Boys to girls ratio. Boys to girls ratio. So question is what? Based on this information, if the total number of students is 9,800, total number of students is 9,800. The pie chart indicates 100%. 100% is nothing but 9,800. Then the number of girls in the college B is what? The number of girls in the college B is what? First of all, college B, how much percentage is there? College B 16% is there. So first of all, we need to find out 16% of 16% simply I am going to written as 16 by 100. 16% of 9,800. So these are what number of students that are there in college B. That are there in college B. All of you clear, Andy? So out of all students, we need girls. We need what, Andy? Girls. Girls how many parts in college B? Girls how many parts? 9 parts. Total how many parts? 14 parts total. So boys 5 parts, girls 9 parts, total 14 parts. Out of 14 parts, so girls are 9 parts. 9 by 14 of 16 by 100 of 9,800. Now, so just cancel, Andy. 2 zeros get cancelled. 14 sevens are 98. So see the unit digit, and only 7 6 are 42, 2 9s are 8. So our answer is end with 8. See the options, end with 8, which option is there? End with 8, which option is there? So only one option is there. End with 8, only one option is there. So your answer is what? 1008. Option D is the right answer. 9 6 are 54. 4 is the unit digit, 4 7s are 28, 8 is the unit digit. So in terms of unit digit, only one unit digit is 8 with end with only one option is there. Your answer is what? Option D. Ravi starts for his school from his house on his cycle at 8:20 am. If he returns his school at a speed of 10 km/h, he reaches his school 8 minutes late. And if he drives the cycle at a speed of 16 km/h, he reaches school 10 minutes early. So the school starts at what? So here distance is constant, and school to house, house to school, distance is constant. Whenever distance is constant, speed and time are inversely proportional to each other. Speed and time are inversely proportional to each other. Here they given speeds ratio. Initial speed is 10, new speed is 16. 10 is to 16. 10 is to 16 is nothing but 5 is to 8. 5 is to 8 is nothing but 5 is to 8 is speeds ratio. Then times ratio is what? 8 is to 5. Difference is 3 parts. That 3 parts is nothing but initially 8 minutes late, next time 10 minutes early. Late to early. So we need to take plus. So 8 plus 10, 18. 3 parts is nothing but 18. 1 part is nothing but 6. 1 part is nothing but 6. 5 parts is nothing but 30 minutes. So 30 minutes వెళ్ళినప్పుడు సో 10 minutes early అన్నారు. అంటే 8:20కి స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. 30 minutes పట్టిందంటే 8:50కి వెళ్ళారు. 8:50కి వెళ్ళడం వల్ల 10 minutes ఎర్లీగా వచ్చారన్నారు. అంటే కరెక్ట్ టైం ఏంటి 9 o'clock. కరెక్ట్ టైం ఏంటి 9 o'clock. సో యువర్ ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఆప్షన్ డి. ఆప్షన్ డి ఈజ్ ద రైట్ ఆన్సర్. అలా ఎగ్జామ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ లో డైరెక్ట్గా అటాక్ చేయాలి. ఇక్కడ స్పీడ్స్ రేషియో ఇచ్చున్నాడు. స్పీడ్స్ రేషియో ఈజ్ వాట్ అమ్మ 10:16. స్పీడ్స్ రేషియో ఈజ్ వాట్ 10:16. సో స్పీడ్స్ రేషియో ఈజ్ 10:16. దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ 5:8. స్పీడ్స్ రేషియో ఈజ్ వాట్ 5:8. Here distance is constant. Here distance is constant. Whenever distance is constant, speed and time are inversely proportional to each other. Then times ratio is what? 8:5. Then times ratio is what? 8:5. 8:5. How many parts difference is there? 3 parts difference is there. This 3 parts is nothing but, so here 8 minutes late to 10 minutes early. So difference is what? 18. 3 parts is nothing but 18. Each part is what? 6. Then 5 parts is ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది. 5 parts అంటే 5 into 6 ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది. సో 5 parts అంటే 5 into 6 30 minutes. అంటే ఇక్కడ విషయం ఏంటంటే 8:20కి స్టార్ట్ అయ్యారు. 8:20కి స్టార్ట్ అయ్యారు. 8:20కి స్టార్ట్ అయిన తర్వాత మీకు 30 minutes పట్టింది. స్కూల్కి రీచ్ అవ్వడానికి 30 minutes పట్టింది. అంటే 30 minutes పట్టిందంటే మీరు ఏ టైంకి రీచ్ అయ్యి ఉంటారు? 8:50కి రీచ్ అయ్యి ఉంటారు. మీరు ఏ టైంకి రీచ్ అయ్యి ఉంటారు? 8:50కి రీచ్ అయ్యి ఉంటారు. అంటే 8:50 ఏఎంకి రీచ్ అయ్యారు. కానీ వాళ్ళు ఏమని డిసైడ్ చేస్తారు? మీరు 10 minutes ఎర్లీగా వచ్చారని చెప్పారు. అంటే మీరు 8:50కి రీచ్ అయితే మీరు 10 minutes ఎర్లీగా వెళ్ళారంటే కరెక్ట్ టైం ఏంటి? సో 9 o'clock. సో యువర్ ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ వాట్? ఆప్షన్ డి. If x is the square of the number, when so 2/5 of 6/1 6 1/4 division 3/7 of 1 2/7 is divided by 11 1/4, then find the value of 81x. ఫస్ట్ మీరు 6 1/4 ని 25/4 అని రాయొచ్చు కదా. 25/4 అని రాయొచ్చు కదా. ఎస్. సో ఫస్ట్ హాఫ్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ ఇవ్వాలి. అంటే 2/5 into 25/4 so into this one you can write as 7/3. Okay, half this one into half and into, so 1 2/7 is nothing but 7 1s are 7 plus 2 9/7. It is divided by 11 1/4. 11 1/4 is nothing but 4 11s are 44 plus 1 45/4. So 45/4. X is the square of the number when it is divided by this one. అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ దీనికి ఇది చేసిన తర్వాత దీన్ని స్క్వైర్ చేస్తే మనకు వచ్చే వాల్యూ x అవుతుందండి. దాని తర్వాత 81x మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. చూద్దాం. 5 5s are 25. సో 7 get cancel. సో here 4 get cancel. 9 1s are 9 5s are 5 get cancel. Finally we got 2/3. సో x is the square of the number. ఓకేనమ్మా. స్క్వైర్ ఆఫ్ ద నెంబర్ అంటే 2/3 వచ్చింది. 2/3 అంటే మనకి ఏం రావాలండి? 2/3 అంటే స్క్వైర్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుందండి? 4/9 వస్తుంది. సో 4/9 into 81. సో x అనేది మనకి చేస్తే 2/3 వచ్చిందండి. ఇది చేస్తే మనకి ఏమొచ్చిందమ్మా? 2/3 వచ్చింది. x వాల్యూ ఈ స్క్వైర్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వన్. 4/9. సో 9 times 9 4s are 36. సో యువర్ ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ వాట్? ఆప్షన్ బి. Here they given bar graph. The following graph shows the profit in terms of crores earned by a company in the year from 2012 to 2019. So here మనకు ఇయర్ వైజ్ ఇచ్చున్నాడు. ప్రాఫిట్ ఇన్ టర్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ క్రోర్స్ ఇచ్చున్నాడు ఎల్లోలో. సో పర్సంటేజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ కూడా ఇచ్చున్నారండి. మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నారండి. అంటే ప్రాఫిట్ ఇచ్చున్నాడు, ఇయర్ ఇచ్చున్నాడు, ఎంత ప్రాఫిట్ వచ్చిందో ఇచ్చున్నాడు, ఎంత పర్సంటేజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది కూడా ఇచ్చున్నారండి. సో క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే ద పర్సంటేజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇన్ ద ప్రాఫిట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ ఈజ్ గ్రేటెస్ట్ ఇన్ ద ఇయర్. అంటే ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్తో కంపేర్ చేసుకుంటే ఏది గ్రేటెస్ట్ అన్నాడు. ఆల్రెడీ ప్రాఫిట్ పర్సంటేజెస్ ఇచ్చున్నాడు ఆల్రెడీ. సో ఎక్కడ గ్రేటెస్ట్ ఉందని చూడండి. ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్తో కంపేర్ చేసుకుంటే సో ఇక్కడ ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ ఉండదు కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయింది. సో ఎక్కడ ఉందమ్మా? హైయెస్ట్ 26.88 ఉంది. హైయెస్ట్ ఎక్కడ ఉందండి? 26.8 అంటే 2013లో ఉందండి హైయెస్ట్గా. సో మనం చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదండి, వాళ్ళే ఇచ్చినారండి డేటా. సో 2013లో ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్తో కంపేర్ చేసుకుంటే 26.88 ఉందండి. మిగతా అక్కడ కూడా అంత పర్సంటేజ్ లేదండి. సో యువర్ ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ వాట్? ఆప్షన్ ఏ. ఏ పర్సన్ పర్చేజ్డ్ 40 items at some price. He sold some items at a profit of 30% by selling them at a price equal to the cost price of 26 items. The remaining items are sold at 18% profit. the total profit percentage is what? He sold some articles, so that whatever amount you are getting, that amount will be equivalent to cost price of 26 articles. And the selling price of some articles, selling price of some X articles will be equivalent to cost price of 26 articles. In this case, he is getting 30% profit. So 30% profit is nothing but, here I am going to write as 3 by 10. 30% profit is nothing but 3 by 10. So 3 by 10, profit is nothing but 3 by 10. That is 10. Okay, Nama. So here, whenever they give profit, just simply numerator is added to denominator. 3 is added to denominator, that will become what? 3 by 13. Therefore, 13 parts is 26. Then 10 parts is what? 20. Therefore, selling price of 20 articles is equal to cost price of 26 articles. Then only he is getting 30% profit. All of you clear అండి? So 30% అంటే 3 by 10 అండి, 10% 1 by 10, 30% 3 by 10. So whenever they give profit, numerator is added to denominator. If 3 is added to 10, 3 by 13. 13 parts will be equivalent to 26. Then 10 parts will be equivalent to 20. Selling price of 20 articles is equal to cost price of 26 articles. అంటే ఫస్ట్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్లో అతను 20 ఆర్టికల్స్ సేల్ చేశాడు. మొత్తం 40 ఆర్టికల్స్. మొత్తం ఎన్ని ఆర్టికల్స్ అమ్మా? 40 ఆర్టికల్స్. చూడమ్మా, ఫస్ట్ 20 ఆర్టికల్స్ ఎంత పర్సెంట్ ప్రాఫిట్కి అమ్మాడండి? 30% ప్రాఫిట్కి అమ్మాడండి. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకా రిమైనింగ్ ఎన్ని ఉంటాయండి? రిమైనింగ్ అంటే ఇంకొక 20 ఆర్టికల్స్ ఉంటాయి. అంతే కదా? రిమైనింగ్ అంటే ఇంకో 20 ఆర్టికల్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఆ రిమైనింగ్ ఆర్టికల్స్ ఎంత పర్సెంట్ ప్రాఫిట్కి అమ్మాడండి? 18%కి. సో అడిగింది ఏంటంటే ఓవరాల్ ప్రాఫిట్ పర్సంటేజ్, టోటల్ ప్రాఫిట్ పర్సంటేజ్ అడిగారు. సో ఫస్ట్ 20 ఆర్టికల్స్ మీద 30%, నెక్స్ట్ 20 ఆర్టికల్స్ మీద 18%. ఓవరాల్ ప్రాఫిట్ పర్సెంట్ అడిగాడు. ఓవరాల్ అంటే మొత్తం 40. చూడమ్మా, సో 20 into 30 600, 20 into 18 360 plus 600 960 by 40. 960 by 40 అంటే 24 times. And the overall profit percentage is 24%. Overall profit percentage is what? 24%. Several students have taken an exam. There was an error in the answer key which affected the marks of 48 students, and their average marks reduced from 78 to 66. The average of the remaining students is increased by 3.5. The resulted reduction of the average of all the students by 4.5. The number of students that attended the exam is what? ఒకసారికి మీరు చూస్తే 48 స్టూడెంట్స్ది యావరేజ్ అనేది రెడ్యూస్ అయిందండి. ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి రెడ్యూస్ అయిందండి? 78 నుంచి 66 వరకు రెడ్యూస్ అయిందండి. అంటే 78 నుంచి 66 అంటే హౌ మచ్ రిడక్షన్ ఈజ్ దేర్ అమ్మా? సో ఇక్కడ 8, ఇక్కడ 4, 12% రిడక్షన్ అయిందండి. 12% రిడక్షన్ అయిందండి. 12% రిడక్షన్ అయింది. ఓకేనమ్మా? రిడక్షన్ అయింది కాబట్టి మైనస్ అనండి. రిడక్షన్ అయింది కాబట్టి 12 మార్క్స్ కదా, 12 మార్క్స్. నో నీడ్ టు కీప్ పర్సంటేజ్. 12 మార్క్స్ minus 12. So remaining students increased by 3.5 అండి. Remaining students increased by 3.5 అండి. Remaining students increased by 3.5 plus 3.5. Overall, so overall reduction is what amma? All the students reduction is what amma? 4.5. Overall గా 4.5 reduce అయిందండి. Overall గా 4.5 reduction అయింది. అందుకని minus 4.5. So I go through mixtures or allegations. This is some students, that is 48 students. These are the remaining students. This is overall. All of you clear అండి? Now see the difference. So minus 12 minus 4.5 అండి. రెండు కూడా మైనస్ అయ్యి కాబట్టి సబ్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయొచ్చండి. 12 నుంచి 4.5 తీసేస్తే మనకి ఎంత వస్తుందండి? 7.5 వస్తుందండి. 7.5. సో మైనస్ ప్లస్ ఉందండి. అప్పుడు రెండింటిని యాడ్ చేయాలండి. 3.5 4.5 అండి. 8 వస్తుందండి. 8. సో ఇప్పుడు మనకు దీన్ని డబల్ చేస్తే 16:15 వస్తుందండి. 16:15 వస్తుందండి. 16:15. అడిగింది టోటల్ అండి. ఇక్కడ 16 పార్ట్స్ అంటే ఎంతమంది స్టూడెంట్స్ ఇచ్చారమ్మా? 48 స్టూడెంట్స్ ఇచ్చారండి. 16 parts is 48 అండి. 16 parts is 48. Then total is nothing but 16 plus 15 31 అండి. So 16 parts is 48. Then 31 parts is what? 16 table 48 goes how many times అండి? 3 times. So 31 3s is what amma? 93. 31 3s is what amma? 93. So your answer is what? Option D. Option D is the right answer. A shopkeeper pays 12% of the cost price as the tax while purchasing an item. So whose cost price is 500 rupees. He wants to earn a profit of 20% after giving a discount of 16% on the market price. So that market price would be what? So here a shopkeeper pays 12% of the cost price as the tax while purchasing an item whose cost price is what? 500. And the 500 plus 500 is the original cost price. He is purchasing with 12% tax. 12% is nothing but 12% on 500, so 60. 1% is 5, 12% is what? 60. That should be what? 560. Total CP is 560. Total CP is what? 560. Total CP. So total CP is what? 560. So he wants to earn a profit of 20%. So he is expecting 20% profit. So profit percent is always calculating on cost price. 20%, 10% 56, 20% is nothing but 112. 20% is nothing but 112. If I add 112 to this one, 672. This is what? Selling price. This is what? Selling price. After giving 16% discount, so after giving 16% discount, the selling price is 672. 16% discount is nothing but that should be 84%. 84%. Discount is always calculating on market price. 84% on market price is nothing but 672. 84% on market price is nothing but 672. So now we need 100% of the market price. 100% of the market price. Our answer is more than 672. We'll see. Check it once. 84 8 times na? 84 8 times. 88 times 648 was 32. 32 plus 640 672. Exactly 8 times. 84 8 times 672. Yes. 108 times is what? 800. Therefore market price is what? 800. Market price is what? 800. So your answer is what? 800. Where it is? Yes, option D. In a 56 liters mixture of milk and water, the ratio of milk to water is 5:2. In order to make the ratio of milk to water 7:2, some quantity of milk is to be added to the mixture. The quantity of milk present in the new mixture will be what? So new mixture. Okay, Nama. In order to make the ratio of milk to water is 7:2. So our answer is 7 multiple. New, after adding some milk, new ratio is 7:2. In that 7:2, 7 is what? Milk. So 7 is milk. So in terms of 7 multiple, only one option is there. So your answer is what? Option C. అడిగింది న్యూ మిక్చర్లో మిల్క్ ఎంత ఉంది? న్యూ మిక్చర్లో మిల్క్ ఎన్ని పార్ట్స్ ఉంది? 7 పార్ట్స్ ఉంది. 7కి మల్టిపుల్ ఓన్లీ వన్ ఆప్షన్ ఉంది చూడండి. సో డైరెక్ట్లీ యువర్ ఆప్షన్ ఈజ్ వాట్? ఆప్షన్ సి. అలా ఆన్సర్ని ఎగ్జామ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ డైరెక్ట్గా అటాక్ చేయాలి. లేదు మీకు సమ్ము సాల్వ్ చేయమంటే చేస్తానండి, నో ప్రాబ్లం. 56 లీటర్స్ ఉందండి. 5:2. 5:2 అంటే 5 parts is milk. 5 parts is milk. 2 parts is water. So total 7 parts. 7 parts అంటే 56. Each part is what? 8. 5 8s are 40. 2 8s are 16. So total 7 parts. 7 parts is 56. Each part is 8. 5 parts is 40. 2 parts is 16. Yes. Now in this situation, now I need to add some milk. So after adding milk, the ratio becomes 7:2. Now I am adding what? Milk. Whenever I am adding milk, pure milk, so water content is 0. And the total finally, so water is only 16. So 2 parts is 16. 2 8s are. So 7 parts is what? 7 8s are is what? 7 8s are 56. 7 8s are is what? 56. Finally, they are not asking how much milk we need to add. If they ask how much milk we need to add, your answer is 16 liters. That option is also there. They are not asking how much milk we need to add. They are asking finally the quantity of milk present in the new mixture will be what? They are asking the total milk in the new mixture. యువర్ ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ 56. చాలా మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ ఏం మిస్టేక్ చేస్తారంటే, సో రెగ్యులర్ అంటే జనరల్గా కూడా అప్పుడప్పుడు క్వశ్చన్ ఎలా అడుగుతారంటే హౌ మచ్ మోర్ మిల్క్ వీ నీడ్ టు యాడ్ ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు గెట్ ద రేషియో 7:2. సో దానికి అలవాటు పడి ఉంటే 16 అనే ఆప్షన్ కూడా క్లిక్ చేస్తారండి. అంటే స్టూడెంట్ ఏదైతే మిస్టేక్ చేస్తాడో అటువంటి ఆప్షన్స్ కూడా ఖచ్చితంగా రిమైనింగ్ ఆప్షన్స్లో ఉంటాయండి. ఇఫ్ ఏ పర్సంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ 240 ఈజ్ సి అండ్ సి పర్సంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఏ ఈజ్ 117.6, then find the value of a plus c. So if you observe carefully here, a percentage of 240, so a by 100 into 240, a by 100 into 240, a percentage nothing but a by 100 into 240 is equal to c. This is one statement, and they given c percentage of a, so c by 100, simply I can write as c by 100 into a, ca is equal to, that 100 comes to this side, so 1176, one more 0 is there, 11,760. C percentage c by 100 into a, 100 comes to that side, 100 into 117.6, 11760. Now, so if you observe, in place of c, if we keep this one, then what happened? So a by 100 into 240 is equal to into a is equal to 1176.0. So here 240 0 0 get cancelled, 24 2449 times 2450 times 1200 2450 times 1200 2449 times 2449 times is what? 1176. Yes. Now this 100 comes to that side. A square is equal to 4900. A square is equal to what? 4900. Therefore A is equal to what? 70. A is equal to what? 70. If A is equal to 70, A is equal to 70. So if you observe carefully here, if you keep A in place of A 70, then C is equal to what? Here 17 place చేస్తే ఎక్కడైనా ప్లేస్ చేసేయండి. 70 by 100 into, so 240 is equal to C. So 2 zeros automatically get cancelled. A is equal to 168. A is equal to what? 168. 724 times. 720 times 147 4 is 28. 28 plus 140, 168. A is, sorry, C. C is 168. This is C. C is 168. A is 70. So together is what? 238. Together is what? 238. So your answer is what? Option D. A man has 1000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. He lent a part of it at 15% simple interest and the remaining at 10% simple interest. The total interest he received after 5 years, 5 years is what? 6,500. The difference between the parts of the amount lent it is what? Chundama, he lent some amount at 15% profit and the remaining amount at 10% profit. Overall total interest he received after 5 years is, after 5 years interest is what? After 5 years interest is what? So 6,500. So every year interest is same. Therefore 1 year interest is what? 1,300. 5 years simple interest is 6,500. Then 1 year interest is what? 1,300. 1 year interest is what? 1,300. So 5 years interest is 6,500. 1 year interest is 1,300. That 1,300 is interest on 10,000. That 1,300 is interest on 10,000. So 1,300 is the overall interest. 10,000 is the overall principal. 10,000 is the overall principal. Therefore overall rate of interest is what? Overall rate of interest is what? 13%. Overall rate of interest is 13%. Some amount he lent at 15% and another amount he lent at 10%. Overall interest is what? 13%. Overall interest is what? 13%. Overall rate of interest is 13%. Difference is 3% here. Difference is 2% here. 3 is to 2. So total 5 parts. 5 parts is nothing but 10,000. 5 parts is nothing but 10,000. They are asking the difference. Difference is 1 part. Difference is 1 part. 5 parts is 10,000. 5 parts is 10,000. Then 1 part is what? 2,000. 1 part is what? 2,000. So your answer is what? 2,000. Your answer is what? 2,000. Option C is the right answer. 12th question. The following graph shows the data of the given 5 companies A, B, C, D, E with respect to the male and female ratio of employees. The given ratio, male to female ratio. So above or below the average salary, below average salary of male to female, above average salary of male to female. So if you observe carefully here, the question is what here? The question is what here? If in the company D, the percentage of employees above the average salary is 16%, which is equivalent to 80, then find the number of employees below average salary. So company D, so 2 by 5, 2.5, 2.5 I am going to written as 5 by 2. Therefore 5 parts are male, 2 parts are females, male to female. So this is below average salary. Then above average salary is what? 1.5. 1.5 I am going to written as 3 by 2. 3 parts are males, 2 parts are females. Yes. Now here they given, so percentage of employees above the average salary. Above the average salary is 16% is, so 80. 16% is 80. 16% will be equivalent to what? 80. First of all, then 100% is equal to what? Then 100% is equal to what? 16 5s are 100 5s are 500. So total 500 members. In the total 500 members, so above average salary is 16%. Above average salary is what? 16%. Therefore remaining is what? At 84%. Remaining is what? 84%. So 84% is nothing but how much? Total 100%. Out of 100%, above average salary 16. Therefore remaining below average. So below average is nothing but 84. They are asking then the number of employees below average. 84%. 84, 100 5s are 84 5s are. 84 5s are is nothing but 420. 80 5s are 400. 4 5s are 20. So 420. Your answer is what? 420. Option C is the right answer. 25 men can complete a task in 16 days. 4 days after they started working, 5 more men with equal workmanship joined them. So how many days will be needed by all to complete the remaining task? So our task it is, so all to complete the remaining task. So here 25 men are there. It will take 16 days time. 25 into 16. Total work is what? 400. Total work is what? 400. So if 25 members are there, it will take 16 days. 25 into 16, total 400 units of work is there. 4 days after they started, all 25 members, they worked for 4 days. Therefore, how much work is completed? 100 units of the work is completed. Remaining work is how much? 300. Now our task is to complete only remaining work. Now our task is to complete only remaining work. After 4 days, 5 more men, already 25 members are there, 5 more men are added. Now in the work, how many members are there? Total 30. Remaining work is what? 300. Remaining work is 300. So workforce is 30. So it will take 10 days. They're asking not a total work. So they're asking only remaining work. So your answer is what? 10 days. Rishabh is 10 years old boy. If his mother is 20 years older than him and 6 years younger than his father, so then what is the father says? Rishabh it is 10 years. Mother it is 20 years older than Rishabh. 20 years older is nothing but mother age is 30. And so mother is 6 years younger than his wife, younger than his father. So father age is what? 36. Father age is what? 36. Now mother is 6 years younger. So Rishabh is 20 years younger than mother. So mother is 20 years older than Rishabh. So your answer is what? 36. They're asking father says. So your answer is what? Option C. A and B can do a piece of work in 30 days and 18 days respectively. A started the work alone and then after 6 days, B joined him till the completion of the work. In how many days has the whole work completed? They're asking here whole work. They're asking here whole work, total work, not remaining work. So here A alone 30 days, B alone 18 days. So total work is what? LCM. So LCM is what? It goes 6 table maximum. So total work is 90. Total work is 90. So 90 units of the work in 30 days. Per day 3 units. Per day 5 units. A's efficiency is 3 units. B's efficiency is 5 units. So A started the work alone for 6 days. 6 into 3, 18. 18 units gone. Remaining is 72. 3 plus 5. After then, so 2 together are there. 3 plus 5, 8. Remaining work is 72. 72 by 8, 9 days. So 9 days starting 6 days. 9 plus 16. Starting 6 days, after then 9 days. 9 plus 16, 15. Your answer is what? 15 days. Option C is the right answer. మరొకసారి చెప్తానండి. ఏ స్టార్ట్ చేశాడండి? 6 days అండి. 1 day ఎంతమ్మా? 3 units. 6 into 3 అంటే 18 units కంప్లీటెడ్ అండి. 18 units కంప్లీటెడ్. సో రిమైనింగ్ వర్క్ ఈజ్ వాట్ అమ్మా? 72. అప్పుడు 72 ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎవరు జాయిన్ అయ్యారంటే బి కూడా జాయిన్ అయ్యారండి. ఇద్దరు జాయిన్ అవుతే ఎన్ని యూనిట్స్ చేయగలరమ్మా? 80 units. 72 by 8, that should be 9. So total work they're asking here 6 days, here 9 days. Total is nothing but 15 days. So your answer is what? 15. So option C is the right answer. Thank you all of you.